I'm going to show you multi-track recording in GarageBand. Gives you a little more flexibility and allows you to do some more post-production and have more control over all of your tracks that you record. We once again want to be maybe 1 to 3 inches away to get good audio, so be sure of that. On the board, we want to make sure that we're peaking it around that 15. So I'm going to go up just a little bit, just over 15. Is pretty good. On multi-track, we're going to go to GarageBand and choose the multi-track template. Once we're open, you can see that we have quite a few different tracks. What's great is that you record each track individually, so say you record someone and they cough or sneeze, you can go back and edit that out. Or maybe you play some music too loud by accident on the board, you can go back and lower that. And you can learn all about that through LinkedIn Learning, which is available through the library. So let's look here. We have all these tracks, and I'll explain what they are. Host, mic 1, on the board is 1. The guest, mic 2, is here. The computer audio and USB is here. The Bluetooth is right here with a Bluetooth button. And the sound effects pad is here. You have these preset sound effects. Once we have our levels here set to around 15 for vocals, you can go in and start recording. Before you record, we want to make sure that each track we want to record is checked here. And now they're all blinking. That means it's going to record all of these tracks individually. And if you don't have them clicked, it will not record. So say if I unclick that and I started recording, I would lose my guest in the recording, which we don't want. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I'm going to go back to the beginning here, and I'm going to make sure that's blinking. So now I'm going to hit record, and we have all the tracks going. I'm going to run through some of these tracks and show you how they can be utilized, how they can be used. Obviously, we have the 2 audio tracks. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's 2 people talking. The computer audio and USB, this is how you listen back to your tracks. Also, you can play anything on the computer audio-wise. We can record that audio to this recording. So let's go to YouTube, and so here we go. We got Denver the Guilty Dog. We don't hear anything, but if I increase this USB slider, here we go. We got the video. So we got this very guilty dog. Now we can talk about it on our podcast, and we have the audio of it. So I'm going to pull that down there. So next, Bluetooth. What's cool is you can connect your phone to Bluetooth. It's very easy. All you're going to do is hit this Bluetooth button. It's going to say that you want to connect. I'm on my phone here, and I'm just going to select Rodecaster Pro. So anything I play from my phone, I'm just going to go to Spotify. Let's see what I had playing before. I'm going to play it. It's playing, but you don't hear it, so let's increase the slider. So now you see on the board, we're getting the levels of the audio music coming from my phone, the Bluetooth connection, and you can see it here on GarageBand that we're getting that through, and it's recording on this track. Last thing we go through is the trackpad here. I'm gonna kill the Bluetooth, and now we are essentially this trackpad has all sorts of things. It has laughter and let's see what we got. So you got a good zinger there. You can do that. Once again, the slider is going to affect how loud these things are. So you have all that, and you control that here. Later on, you can go back and change these levels, learn how to edit, cut this up. If you mess up on any one of these tracks, you can delete, you can increase the volume or decrease the volume. You can do whatever you need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording here. I'm just going to hit stop. And now let's just pretend that that's our whole podcast. Let's go back and listen. I'm just going to go to the beginning here. And if I want to play, I can hit the space bar or the play button. We're going to go ahead and increase this slider audio wise. And so I'm listening to myself on the playback to this recording. So let's go to YouTube. And so now all I'm doing is listening, and the volume is not changing. The slider doesn't change the volume on the recording. It just changes the volume that's going into your headphones so that you can listen back to what you've recorded. The last thing you're going to do once you have things set up, and you like what you hear, we're going to go and export this. So go up to Share, Export Song to Disk. Depending on what you're using this for, you can choose a different type of file. MP3 is compressed, and it's a common file, so it's great to use that. I'm just going to go ahead and name this Dan's Boring Podcast. And right now I have a USB drive plugged in to our computer here, and this is just my personal USB. It's just a thumb drive. We can also go to desktop if we want and just export it to desktop. Then we could take that file and upload it to our Google Drive or something like that. Really, you just want to make sure that it's off the computer, because when the computer restarts, it's going to delete all the files. So last thing you want to do, make sure you get it off the computer. Once again, go to a thumb drive or the desktop and then upload it to the internet. So I'm just going to go to this thumb drive. It's going to do its work. Nice. And if I just go to Finder here, we can look. There we are. And if I want to play it back, I'm just going to hit space to preview. Once again, we need to increase the slider through some of these tracks and show you. Obviously, I'm going to hear that playback. Once again, this is just to hear two people talking, whatever the computer is playing. So we have that. So to close this out, we want to just go ahead and quit our program here. Command Q, or just go up to GarageBand and hit quit, and hit Command Q. And it says save or don't save. We're going to go don't save because we've already saved it. We've exported it. Don't save. And then we'd like to either shut down the computer or restart so that all this gets reset for the next person that comes in to the room.